This Sunday at St. John's, we have a real treat in store. Of course, it's still on into the season after Epiphany, and we have these ideas of light that we've been talking about for several weeks in these videos. But this particular week, we're really focusing on one very specific presence of Christ's light in the world, and that's the local celebrity presence of Bob Booker. Of course, it's also February, and it's Black History Month, and we sought to do something here at St. John's that would honor that, but also educate us and give us some idea of what Knoxville's history with the civil rights movement and with some of these themes are that we can relate to. So we will have a normal chapel service at 8 a.m. that will be a Rite One Eucharist. At 10:30, there will be no Eucharist. Our service will be one of morning prayer, at the conclusion of which we have Bob Booker coming to give a very entertaining and informative and engaging talk about his experience here with civil rights in Knoxville. So the service of morning prayer that we're going to experience is going to be fairly limited. It's going to be a pretty quick service. It's not going to be a whole lot longer than the morning prayer that happens in the chapel on weekday mornings. And yet we also wanted it to be something that would flow right into Bob Booker's presentation. And so we're doing something with sort of Afrocentric music, gospel-related music, and we've invited another local celebrity, Alvin Blunt, who is the archivist for the Diocese of East Tennessee, as well as the musician at Church of the Good Shepherd. And Alvin's a good friend and a wonderful colleague, and he'll be on hand to lead our music and to really just help us have a great time. He's going to be playing some special prelude and postlude by African-American composers on melodies that we associate with the African-American gospel tradition. And then he'll also be leading our choir. The treble choir will be singing this really bluesy and very entertaining setting of Jesus, the Light of the World by the American conductor, Andre Thomas. He'll also, at the end of the service, as a benediction, a choral benediction, the full choir will be singing Moses Hogan's arrangement of Lord, I Want to Be a Christian in My Heart. And Alvin is in fact even coming and working with our choirs in our midweek rehearsals and giving us some of his perspective on these really lovely tunes. We'll also be doing a setting of the précis for morning prayer, the Lord open our lips and our mouth shall proclaim your praise, as well as chanting the psalm with a psalm tone, both of these pieces composed by the African-American composer Carl Maltzby. So we have a lot of really great music in store for you, as well as a time for us to come together and to learn from Bob Booker and to celebrate our own cultural history here in Knoxville. So again, if you would like to have Eucharist, we invite you to come to the chapel at 8 a.m. for a Rite One Eucharist service, and we certainly hope that even if you do that, or especially if you do that, you will join us at 10:30 for a service of morning prayer, followed by a presentation by Bob Booker.